J.O.P. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Denalee and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how I do my fruit cake. Yes, fruit cake, aka black cake, wedding cake, it's all the same thing. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you all my ingredients and how I do my cake. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. Now ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce my ingredients for my fruit cake, aka black cake, wedding cake, whatever you want to call it. I have my sugar right here, my red label wine, my white rum, my butter, my cinnamon, my vanilla, my baking powder, a little touch of salt, lemon zest, I have allspice, I have nutmeg, and I have rose water. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my fruit that was been soaking for a while. This is just blend up fruit. I got a prune in here. I got currant. I got raisin. I got cherries. You know, all of the fruits that's supposed to go in the fruit cake was already cut up and put in this container to marinate with the rum and the wine. So now ladies and gentlemen, let me get started. First, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna break my eggs and I'm gonna remove the eye. There's a white thing in it. I'm gonna remove it. Stay tuned for what I do next. So now ladies and gentlemen, these are all my eggs. It was broken and I took the eye out, the white stuff out the eggs, so it won't make the cake raw. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm gonna do next, I am gonna mix my butter and my sugar, ladies and gentlemen. So I put the egg aside, and this is my bowl that I'm gonna use for my butter and my sugar. So what I'm gonna do, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just gonna put my butter in this container right here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is 1 pound of butter. Each stick is 4 ounces, and we got 4, so it's 16 ounces. 4 and 4, 8, and 4, 8, 12, and 4, 16. So 16 ounces, ladies and gentlemen, make 1 pound. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna put my butter in the container like this. Ladies and gentlemen, this cake is gonna be delicious. I know, because when I was growing up, my mom always made this cake. She always made this cake, ladies and gentlemen. But you know, growing up eating this cake, after a while, you know, you get tired of it, because I grew up eating this cake. But it's around Christmas time, ladies and gentlemen, and I wanted to do a video with this cake, rum cake, fruit cake, whatever you want to call it, black cake. So now I'm gonna add my butter, my sugar, my brown sugar in the pan, and I'm just gonna, the butter is room temperature soft, so I'm just gonna whisk it around a little bit like that. Which is, you know, see, just look at how I'm doing it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm whisking it around like that. It's, you know, it was taken out of the refrigerator a few hours prior to me doing this video, and I'm just gonna whisk it around like that. I think you get a better whisk when you have something like this. I don't have a mixer, and to be honest with you, I really don't like mixers. But if someone want to give me one for Christmas, I'll take it. So I'm just gonna whisk it around. Look at this. Look at how pretty. Wow. So this is like a, I'll use 3.5 cups of sugar because I don't want it to be too sweet, because the fruit's already sweet, the wine is sweet, you know. I didn't want to use too much sugar. Some people will use 1 pound, but I just cut it down to 3/4 cups. I mean, some people would use like 1 cup, but I cut it down to 3/4 cup. But I'm gonna taste it to see, you know. I'm gonna taste it to see, you know. Some people like it sweet. I don't like it too sweet. So, okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, that's my sugar, you know, and sugar and butter that was mixed up there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna use the same beater, and I'm gonna go to the egg. And I'm just gonna beat up the egg like this, ladies and gentlemen. Beat up the egg. Remember, everything was taken out of the egg, as far as the egg white. I mean, sorry, the egg, the eye, the white part of the egg, the little white eye. It was taken out of the egg. I took it out because it can make the cake raw. We're in which this cake is hard to be raw because you gonna have rum and wine in it, so it's, you know, it's not gonna, even if the eye was in the egg, it wouldn't taste raw. So, ladies and gentlemen, I mix it around like that, and I'm just gonna take my time and pour some of the egg in the batter like that, and I'm just gonna mix it around like that. I love this. This thing is good. I have my wooden spoon. I could use it, but I think this is better. I have my wooden spoon. I could use it. I think, you know, I find this more better to mix it, and you get everything in. Take my time, and I'm just gonna keep adding my egg in the mixer, in the bowl, and I'm just gonna, it's a good workout, ladies and gentlemen, but gotta do it. Yeah. So, like I say on my other videos, you always taste your pot. Well, trust me, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna taste this batter to make sure that all the ingredients are correct and is in as how it should be, or if it needs anything, you know. So I use brown sugar. It's a black cake, so you're gonna use brown sugar. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna add browning to this as well, so stay tuned for when I add the browning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just gonna let you continue to see what I'm doing. It's a little curdle right now, and it's normal. That's how it's supposed to be, a little curdle. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just gonna keep mixing. So this is my wet ingredients that I'm doing right here, and I'm mixing. So, okay, it's at that stage now. So what I'm gonna do now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just gonna add my vanilla, and I'm gonna add my almond essence, and also I'm gonna add my this is lime juice, lemon juice, and I'm gonna add my rose water, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm just gonna mix it around. So, okay, I'm just gonna leave it like that, ladies and gentlemen, for a while, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm just gonna leave my mixer there for a little bit, and I'm gonna do my ingredients for the flour, my dry ingredients. Stay tuned for what I do next for my dry ingredients, ladies and gentlemen. So now, ladies and gentlemen, my oven is preheat to 275 degree, 275. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I have 2 cups of flour in here, and I'm just gonna put it in this sieve right here, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm just gonna add my baking powder, baking powder, my little touch of salt. Just gonna add all the dry ingredients. I'm just gonna, this is my cinnamon, this is my allspice, this is my nutmeg, and that's it. I'm just gonna, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just gonna sift it. Just gonna sift it, ladies and gentlemen. This is like a separate container. I'm just gonna sift it through. I'm just gonna sift it, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, this is the cinnamon that I'm just gonna break it up a little bit and sift it through, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that's it. So that's my, this is my flour. I'm just gonna, you know, my hands are clean. I'm just gonna do like that. So now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going right back to my wet ingredients. And ladies and gentlemen, going back to my wet ingredients, and this right here is my fruits. So I'm gonna put some fruits in this container right here with my sugar and my wet ingredients, my sugar, my butter, my egg, and everything. I'm just gonna put some. So now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just gonna put some in there, and I'm just gonna pour my wet ingredients, my fruit that was soaked for, I don't know how long this fruit's been soaking for. It's been a while, and I'm just gonna put it in there like that. I'm gonna put about 4 cups of fruits, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just gonna put it in here and whip it around, whip it around, whip it around like this. I'm just gonna continue to do this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna continue to add my fruits and mix it in like this. It gotta be all mixed in. I'm gonna add some more fruits, keep adding and mixing, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned for after I add my fruits, what I do next, ladies and gentlemen. So now, ladies and gentlemen, everything was, all my liquid ingredients was added. I'm now just gonna add some browning, ladies and gentlemen, because you know you want the browning to be dark. I want the cake to be dark. You know, I don't want to add too much, just a little, just about a tablespoon of browning, ladies and gentlemen, to this. It's about a tablespoon of browning. I'm gonna add. I don't want to add too much because I don't want it to be bitter. So I'm just gonna add like about a tablespoon. You know, too much browning is just brown sugar, and too much of it will make it. So I'm just gonna add. I think that's enough. It's not a full tablespoon, but like I say, I rather it have less than my cake to be spoiled up with too much browning. So just gonna, oops, and I'm just gonna stir it around like this. By the time I put the flour in, I will see if I need more browning. But right now, look at how it looked, ladies and gentlemen. It looked nice and pretty, nice and brown. So now, ladies and gentlemen, this is my flour that I sieved earlier. I'm just gonna add little by little of the flour, and I'm gonna mix it around like this. I know this cake gonna be so delicious. So delicious. Ladies and gentlemen, my mom used to make this all the time for us. And my mom used to have customers. She used to actually sell this. She used to make it and sell it, you know. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I take the cooking skills from my mom. I'm just gonna add some more again and gradually stir it in. Now, ladies and gentlemen, remember that you gotta preheat your oven at 275 degrees. Now, you want your cake to be baked on low, you know, cook slow. You know, you don't want it to cook on high flame and it get burnt and it's not fully cooked. So 275 is a good time to do your cake. Just gonna add some more flour. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just gonna stir it in like this. So I like using this whisk thing because I think I could maneuver it better than the spoon. You know, it's easier. It's even better to me than a mixer. But like I say, if someone who want to give me one for Christmas, a mixer, I would gladly accept it. But for now, I'm using what God gave me, my hand, to mix it. So now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna add the last amount of flour. Ladies and gentlemen, everything, and I'm gonna mix it, ladies and gentlemen. And like I tell you, I'm gonna taste this to see if all this I almost say seasoning. Whoops. I'm gonna taste it to see if all the spices and everything is what it's supposed to be, and if it's, you know, if it's, you know, sweet enough, or, you know, whatever it may need, in which I don't think it should need anything. So now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm mixing it. I'm just gonna taste it. Nice. Tastes good. It's not too sweet. It's just right. I don't like it when it's too sweet. It's delicious, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just gonna continue to mix it some more. Now, I think I should put a little tad more browning in it, ladies and gentlemen, just to be on the safe side. I don't want it to. It's a little tad more browning. So far, it's not bitter. It don't taste any. It tastes just right. I'm just gonna tack a little bit more browning. There you go. So now, ladies and gentlemen, after I finish mixing this around, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna put this in the baking pan. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. I'm gonna come back and tell you how I prepare my pan to put my batter in the pan, and I put it in the oven. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. So now, ladies and gentlemen, this is my pan. I had some what do you call it, paper that I cut. You know how you cut, you put the paper down, and you put a, you know, like you get a pen or whatever, and mark it a circle around, and then you cut it to place it in here, and you do, you know, you make a little line for the side, inside. Normally I would just spray some Pam and put it in, but this is not a non-stick pan. I don't want to take no chances. I'm gonna try it like this and see you know, what happened. But like I said, normally I just spray some palm and put my cake in and call it a day. But this is what I do, ladies and gentlemen. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna usually I would take the butter and put it around, spread it around, but I forgot and I threw the paper with the butter, extra butter out. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna spray it like that, right? And then I'm gonna put this in like that, you know, the paper in to line the bottom. And I'm also gonna put this around it like that to kind of like line it, you know, for the cake. That's what you do, ladies and gentlemen. You know, this is not a non-stick pan, so this is what I'm doing. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm just gonna spray some more so I could get it to stick on it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just gonna take my time with it so it could stick. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll come back when I finish doing this and tell you what I do next. So now, ladies and gentlemen, this is my pan. I had some what you call it, paper that I cut. You know how you cut, you put the paper down and you put a, you know, like you get a pen or whatever and mark it, the circle around, and then you cut it to place it in here, and you do, you know, you make a little line for the side, inside. Normally I would just spray some palm and put it in, but this is not a non-stick pan. I don't want to take no chances. I'm gonna try it like this and see, you know, what happened. But like I said, normally I just spray some palm and put my cake in and call it a day. But this is what I do, ladies and gentlemen. So what I'm gonna do now is usually I would take the butter and put it around, spread it around, but I forgot and I threw the paper with the butter, extra butter out. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna spray it like that, right? And then I'm gonna put this in like that, you know, the paper in to line the bottom. And I'm also gonna put this around it like that to kind of like line it, you know, for the cake. That's what you do, ladies and gentlemen. You know, this is not a non-stick pan, so this is what I'm doing. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm just gonna spray some more so I could get it to stick on it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just gonna take my time with it so it could stick. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll come back when I finish doing this and tell you what I do next. So now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna get ready to put my batter in the baking pan, and it's gonna be baking for like 2 hours. I'm gonna test it periodically to see how it is. Now this is a lot of batter here, so I may have to use 2 pans. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, for when I come back with the end product after 2 hours. But right now, watch me pour my batter in my lined pan. See, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be baked for 2 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to fold it up. This is how I'm going to put it, just like this. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to put this in the oven for 2 hours. Stay tuned for when I come back with the end product. Now I have some more left over. I'm just gonna do the same procedure, ladies and gentlemen. So stay tuned for when I come back for when my both cake are finished. Okay, you see my end product. So ladies and gentlemen, I decided that I'm gonna show you what I do with the next pan. This pan is a non-stick pan, so I'm gonna put the rest of cake batter in this pan. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to like and share my video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Denalee at youtube.com. Leave a comment and tell me what you think about my rum cake slash fruit cake slash black cake, and you know, let me know what you think. And like and share this video, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, I'm back to tell you, to show you what happened after 2 hours. But watch me now put this in this non-stick pan. So this is a non-stick pan. This is a non-stick pan for this cake. The other one has lining around, this one don't. So let's see what happened. Now this is the first I'm gonna use non-stick pan for my fruit cake. So I'm experimenting with my non-stick pan, so let's see what happened with it. Ladies and gentlemen, remember you have to preheat your oven at 275 degrees. Ladies and gentlemen, so I'm just gonna scoop off the rest of, you know, spread it out like that. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna put it in the oven right now to bake. My oven was already preheat, and I'm just gonna put this one in first, and I'm gonna put this other one in, two of them. So ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for when I come back with the end product of my fruit cake slash rum cake slash black cake slash wedding cake. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. So now, ladies and gentlemen, my cake was in the oven for like over 3 hours, like 3 hours and 35 minutes or so. My cake was in the oven for. Reason being is that the cake pan is deep. It's like 2.5 inches deep, so it takes more time. Plus I was baking it at 275 degrees. Ladies and gentlemen, at this moment I'm just gonna check my cake now to see if it's done. Woo! Smells good, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! I'm just gonna check it. Wow, nothing is on the knife. That means it's baked, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just gonna take it out right about now, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned for my end product, my presentation of my Jamaican fruit cake, or let's say rum cake, black cake, wedding cake. Fruit cake is the same cake. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for my end product. I'm gonna show you what I do next. So now, ladies and gentlemen, my cake is, while my cake is still hot, I'm just gonna pour, this is some rum and wine that I mixed together, and I'm just gonna pour some over it. I don't have a spray bottle. I'm just gonna pour some over it like this, and it's gonna, you know, just seep in, what do you call it, that evaporate in with the cake, ladies and gentlemen. And with this, you could sit it out, and you don't have to put it in a refrigerator if you don't want, because the wine and the rum will keep it fresh. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just gonna cut me a slice to show you, you know, how it turned out, you know, the texture and everything, and I'm gonna taste it. Stay tuned for what I do next. So now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna show you the end product of my cake. I'm gonna taste it in front of you, and this is the first time I'm gonna taste to see what it tastes like. ladies and gentlemen. The little one was in the oven for like 2.5 hours, and the big one, like I said, was in the oven for like 3.5 hours. Okay, this one is the depth is like an inch and a half deep. The other one is like 2.5 inches deep, so it took longer. And then I had it at a low flame. You know, the oven was like 275, so it took longer. But anyway, I'm gonna taste it now. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to like and share my videos. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, DanaMarie@youtube.com. Make a comment and tell me what you think about my fruit cake / rum cake / black cake / wedding cake. You know, I mean, whatever the name is the same cake. So now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just gonna taste it. This is my cake right here, and look at it. So now you see, look at the texture, look at how it is. So now I'm gonna just taste it, ladies and gentlemen. It was already cooled off, because the first one I took out earlier and it was already cooled off, and that's the one I cut, and I'm gonna taste it. Nobody can tell me nothing. This tastes good, ladies and gentlemen. Look at it. Just right. Ain't not too sweet and nothing. Not too much of nothing. It's just right, ladies and gentlemen. You need to try this. Well, not get none. If you don't want it, you have to try it at home. Again, make a comment, like, subscribe. Ladies and gentlemen, this is around the Christmas time. Christmas is coming up. Thanksgiving is coming up. Have a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year when it comes. Ladies and gentlemen, also Thanksgiving is coming. It's this Thursday. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Stay safe. Peace out.
Me nah spend me renting on no party. And now buy Patron if my don't have a pot. Right now me deep when I say 40.